Morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Tuesday, October 17, 2017. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. Tropical storm Ophelia is now battering Scotland and northern England after leaving 3 people dead and hundreds of thousands without power in Ireland. The former Atlantic hurricane downed trees and power lines, sent waves surging over coastal defenses and disrupted transport again today. This is after it made landfall on the southern coast of Ireland with wind gusts of over 100 miles an hour. Britain's Met Office said that Scotland could see heavy rain and gusts of up to 70 miles per hour today. Schools in Northern Ireland and in the Republic of Ireland were closed for the second day. The Irish government has called a national emergency. More than 140 flights from Irish airports have been canceled, and more than 360,000 customers are without power. Authorities said it could take several days to restore power to 330,000 homes. In Scotland, in Dumfries and Galloway, in western Scotland, wind speeds of about 77 miles per hour were recorded. Also, parts of northern Europe experienced the effects of Ophelia. Southern Norwegian residents reported a smoky smell this morning, which the local weather institute said was likely carried there by Ophelia from the wave of forest fires in Portugal and Spain. In Stockholm, in Sweden, there were a flurry of calls to authorities saying the skies there were much darker than usual on Tuesday morning. This was also probably due to Ophelia's strong winds, which carried a mix of red sand from the Saharas and tiny particles from the Iberian forest fires. Meanwhile, in London itself, the sky assumed a very strange red-yellowish color. The sun shone red, the sky darkened to a foreboding orange and brown in many areas. Social media users shared pictures of ominous-looking clouds blocking the sun. The meteorological office said that this was a dust phenomenon and the sun had become a giant filter. The effect was most dramatic in the London region. According to the weather people, Ophelia originated in the Azores, where it was a hurricane, and as it tracked its way northwards, it dragged in tropical air from the Sahara. The dust picked up in the air goes high up into the atmosphere, and that dust has been dragged high up in the atmosphere above England. Ophelia also pulled in unusually warm air from Spain and northern Africa, which is why temperatures in England reached the early 20s centigrade, and at one point temperatures across Britain were more than 25 degrees centigrade. That's pretty warm. Rating agency Moody's has estimated that the total insured loss from the California wildfires has now risen to $4.6 billion. This is based on the number of structures now believed to have been destroyed. According to the state authorities, wildfires as of Saturday had caused 40 deaths, destroyed 5,700 homes and commercial structures, and burned down more than 221,000 acres. Meanwhile, Goldman Sachs reported third quarter earnings results earlier this morning, posting earnings per share of $5.02, way ahead of the $4.19 expected by analysts. The biggest driver of the earnings beat was a surge in investing and lending revenue. Goldman Sachs is still chugging along. The United Kingdom's key inflation rate hit its highest level for more than 5 years in September, driven up by increases in transport and food prices. The CPI climbed to 3%, a level it last reached in April of 2012. The pickup in inflation raises the likelihood of an increase in interest rates, which are currently at 25 basis points next month. Reversing the Brexit process would boost the UK economy. This is according to the Paris-based Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. According to the OECD, a new referendum or a change of government leading to the UK staying within the EU would have a, quote, significant positive impact on growth. The OECD also warned that no deal would see investment seize up, the pound hit new lows, and the UK's credit rating cut. The Chancellor of the UK, Philip Hammond, said that the government would consider the report and act where it could. Sometime within the next few months, the Tiangong-1, China's first space laboratory, launched in 2011, is expected to come crashing down into the Earth's atmosphere. The 8.5-ton laboratory is soon expected to meet an uncontrolled end Chinese officials admitted in September of 2016 that they had lost control of the space lab. The space lab is 34 feet in length. Most of it is expected to burn up during entry, but astrophysicists are saying that pieces weighing up to 220 pounds could in fact make it to the Earth's surface. Where exactly those pieces will land is anyone's guess. Even slight changes in atmospheric conditions can alter the landing site from one continent to the next. One observer said you can't really steer these things. Even a couple of days before it re-enters, we probably won't know better than 6 or 7 hours plus or minus where it's going to come down. Uncontrolled crashes of large spacecraft, while rare, have happened before. The Soviet Salyut 7 space station crashed to Earth in 1991, while NASA's Skylab space station fell over Western Australia, fortunately, sparsely populated back in 1979. We'll keep our eyes open for the Chinese lab. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.